Mr. Cross.
Mhm.
Where are you? Well, I'm admiring your background.
Oh, I'm in my office, which is in my house in Brooklyn, New York.
Excellent. Most
Yeah.
excellent. Are you a longtime Brooklynite?
No, not really. I moved to Brooklyn in 2000, whatever Hurricane Sandy was.
Oh God, remember
Um,
that?
2011, I think.
Yeah.
2012. So yeah, like a year before that.
I'm terrible at years. Are you good at like people can rattle off? Oh yeah, that was in 2014. I think it was August. I swear to God, I think there's something wrong with me because I can remember years up until my mid 20s, and now it's literally a blur, which is not good considering how old I am. It's a blur.
Wait, I don't understand exactly what you're saying. Like you can't, meaning things past your 20s are like, was that 1997 or 2004?
That's
like that kind of
that's
thing?
exactly right. And I do it by like the way you just did it. Like, oh yeah, there was a hurricane. I can
Right.
remember it by international
Right.
tragedies. Let's put it that way.
Yes, that's part of getting older, I think, for sure.
My father's like, I think that was the Korean War armistice. Yes, it was right after that. That's right. Yes.
You just do it by going by friend pets.
Oh yeah, that's another one. That'll be a
that's
fun
when
chapter.
Murph died. I think that's when Murph died. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a fun chapter for us to start living through.
And you and I, because we did this a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we had a similar. There was like we were sharing.
Yeah, we had childhood. We got on such a good childhood thing. I remember in my notes I have that we started talking about like beer
CBs.
CBs,
right?
yes, CBs, which are in the news. They're in the news. I read a CB story. So CBs out there for all you, because my demo is so young who listens to the show. CB, there was like a year, I want to say it was like 1975. I'd never heard of a CB, and all of a sudden everybody had a CB. Literally everybody. And
absolutely.
You had to have your hand and your handle, right? Your handle.
Yeah. CB stood for Citizens Band. So it was like, when you see old movies or TV shows and like there's a trucker and he's got the, the coiled kind of speaker thing and he's talking to other truckers. And then that was around for a while. And then kids had it and everybody had it.
Oh, it was great. And then I just remember getting it and then going, like, what do? You get on and you have nothing to say.
No,
you're not
would pretend. Me and my friends would pretend to be. I mean, we sounded like kids because we were kids. We weren't fooling anybody, but we would just kind of troll other truckers. And then, but I also remember there was like a phase where, like, having a really big CB antenna on your truck or your car was like a status symbol. Like, hey man, did you see Travis Delancey got? Man, I mean, it must be about 7 feet tall, I think.
Remember the ones that they were so big that they'd be tied down?
No, I don't remember that. Like I can picture it.
Because you can't have a 5-footer sticking, so it would be bowed.
Well, yeah.
Remember those?
They had the spring type of
with a big
coil.
Yes, with a big spring at the end of them.
So if you went under a bridge, it would bend, it wouldn't break. Yeah. Anyway,
what was your handle? Do you remember what your handle was?
I do. It was I know one was Dr. Death.
Oh, good.
Which I thought, when I was 11, I thought that was so funny. And another one was Cottonmouth, which this is all Southern, right? So
yeah,
Cottonmouth was
snake.
It was a snake, but it was also when you were high, you'd smoked weed and your mouth would dry up. So it was called Cottonmouth. And then, where I grew up.
Did that affect your? Hopefully, you were like, "There's Cottonmouth.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
Cottonmouth. There's a Smoky under the overpass, but a Smoky. I I was listening to that song again because it was all based on the song.
Well,
Convoy.
wait. Yeah, Convoy by
Yeah.
C.W. McCall.
C.W. McCall,
Yes,
who
Robert, we all remember
yes,
C.W. McCall's
McCall.
Convoy, which turned into a movie.
Yes.
Like they actually made a movie about a convoy. But that was so. Do you think that was first or just the prevalence of kids having it?
For sure, in my area of Ohio, it was the song.
Okay.
That we were like, oh, there's a thing, there's a CB, and then that became the thing. And I just remember listening to that song, trying to figure out where the cities they were going through, because it was like they were going through Shaky Town, and I was like,
just made up.
Then the Shaky Town was either San Francisco or L.A. Obviously.
Oh, because of the earthquake.
Yeah, Shaky Town. Yes.
Never thought of that.
Yeah,
Shaky Town, right.
A mile out of Shaky Town.
Right.
And they had all these lists of what was so funny is like, why wouldn't they just say Los Angeles? Why was it secretive?
Oh, I think they're having a good old time. Nicknames, nicknames for the town. So Detroit's the Motor City. Cleveland is the Mistake by the Lake.
Because Shaky Town is, and then Jackson Browne talks about Shaky Town. He has a song about it.
So the nickname predates the CB world.
Yes,
I'm guessing.
Yes,
Shaky Town makes sense.
It's good stuff. It's very, and then we got onto this thing of that was also the era of collecting beer cans.
Oh God, yeah, my sister had a beer can collection. Just disgusting shit. Like going on the side of the road by the woods, and picking up rusted, discarded, nasty beer cans.
It was so exciting for me. I'm just hearing you talk about it.
I did not get into. My sister did though. Sister had a whole collection.
I was, what I'm realizing is I was like super gullible to ridiculous trends, CDs and collecting beer cans. I was convinced that like a cone top was like finding a diamond. Like,
well, it was the rarity of, there was like Iron City. I remember that one.
Oh, dude. And they were illustrated, and there were Schmidt scenes. Schmidt beer had all these painted. Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. I wonder if any of that is worth a shit now. Like,
no, I doubt it. I mean, you can go to any dive bar and they like have those cans up. Just that's how nothing they are. Is that instead they like, I guess we could recycle them, or I guess we could decorate up near the ceiling, put a plank of wood up there, and put all our old dumb beer cans up there.
But it is sad. Like there were. I just saw that. Speaking of, did you see the news? I sound like Jay Leno. Did you see the news today? Did you see what was in the headlines? Schlitz beer, donezo, out of business. 122
I didn't
years.
even know they were still in business.
Yeah, well, that was obviously the problem.
Yeah, that was Midwest, right?
Yes, when you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. And
yeah,
what? By the way,
that's the thing. Unfortunately, that's a bad slogan because it's just so demonstrably not true. If you finish a Schlitz, there's plenty of other beer, and so didn't really take. I think
I love the notion of like the Mad Men scene where somebody says, "You ready for this, guys? You ready? You ready for this?" Bill, bring in the billboard. When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer, and they're like, "No." And then
with the one guy in the back who's like, "I don't understand. You're not out of beer. I mean, I guess if you don't have any other beer, why don't they just go down and get another beer? They get a different."
Well, but that's not really what
beer.
we're talking about here. We're talking about metaphorically. We're talking about what you've just had. You can never have again. You just you consumed it, and
go get another kind of beer.
Well, but we don't want them to do that. We want them to do
All right, I
Schlitz.
quit. This is not the job for me, clearly. I'm more of a numbers guy. Sorry, I'll leave the room.
Seeing the news report led me to a link to the Commodores with Lionel Richie recording the "When You're Out of Schlitz, You're Out of Beer" jingle, and it was fucking so sick.
Oh, I didn't know they did that. I remember the
Yes.
jingle. That was the Commodores.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh, I had no idea. Wow. Okay,
Right?
that's very cool.
Listen, you can't tell me that the 70s and 80s weren't the best. You can't tell me. I'm sorry, you cannot tell me. No,
I absolutely can.
you can tell me?
Yes. The 70s and 80s were not the best.
What are you talking about? What's better?
I think 90s and early aughts. Yeah.
I don't even remember them. It's like I said. It's my...
Well, 9/11, ring a bell?
Yes.
Rang several bells.
That rings some bells, and I remember it, but I don't remember anything around it that was worth a shit.
The OJ chase.
Yes.
How about that?
The OJ
that was
chase.
90s, right?
That was the 90s. I remember where I was. I remember that. I actually called that. When he didn't show up for his arraignment, I turned to my wife and go, he's on the lam. Or as they say in every procedural, he's in the wind.
he's and I'll bet you he's in the back of a white Bronco. $10. $10 says he's
laying down and crying and telling his best friend to slow down on the 405.
And then telling him, tell them that I'm suicidal. Hurry. Yeah, that was crazy. That was...
but that's not as fun as CB radio beer can collecting. Is it?
To me, the OJ chase was the first that I can remember, like, outside of like a collective thing that was happening in real time. Like, I remember the whole country coming together to watch Roots, and that was like the biggest event.
Yes.
But it was the first event that I can remember that wasn't sports. That was like this thing where the whole country was watching, just stopped and watched this craziness. Yeah.
I remember
it was a cool feeling, kind of. I was in LA. I just moved to LA, I think. Yeah.
I have this memory of, I think I was, is it possible I was playing paddle tennis with Jack Nicholson? Is that I think that was possible. I think I did that.
Wow.
And he was bummed because he had a movie that came out that weekend called Wolf, where he played a wolf. And it didn't do anything because of OJ, the OJ chase. Like, everybody watched OJ.
Yeah, I don't even remember a movie called Wolf.
How about this? How about Mike Nichols directed it?
Oh, wow. Wow. I'm surprised that I never saw it.
Yeah, a Mike Nichols werewolf movie with Jack Nicholson. I mean, and I think Michelle Pfeiffer might have been in it. I remember asking Al Pacino, a lot of name dropping going on here, I realize, but forgive me, what he thought of Wolf. He goes, I saw Wolf. I liked the way he jumped.
That's a kind of a backhanded compliment.
Isn't it great?
But he probably meant it, like, sincerely. He really did like the way he jumped.
I like the way he jumped.
Do you have any other celebrities you'd like to do an impression of?
Oh, I got a lot of them. But it's kind of like, I'm trying to think.
Sean Penn?
Oh, Sean Penn. He's hard to do. He's in a new phase. I've actually reconnected with him over this last 6 months. I've just found myself, because we grew up together in Malibu. We grew up, and he was a little older. You know that thing where, like, if you're just 2 or 3 years older, you might as well 2 or 3 decades older.
Yeah. That time in one's life in the, like, pre-teens, early teens.
Yeah. So he was kind of. I knew his brother Chris way better, but I've gotten to know him, and he's so fucking funny. My favorite thing ever is the documentary he made about Zelensky and Ukraine. Have you seen this yet?
No,
Oh,
no. What is it?
We're putting together a good list for you. We've got Wolf at the top.
Yeah.
Because, you want to see how Jack jumped.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
And okay, good. And Sean's documentary about the war in Ukraine, and he shot it in the lead up before Russia actually invaded.
So what is what's the thrust of the documentary?
The thrust is sort of Sean to the rescue. It's sort of like he did it, during Katrina. Like, that's what Sean does. He goes to Haiti, goes to Hurricane Katrina. It's kind of great.
Yeah.
And so it's him with Zelensky and, prepping people and, why is the war, whatever. And then the war happens. And my memory of it's been a while since I saw it, but I know because it's kind of famous. And this is my favorite part of it. It ends with the missiles are flying. The war is finally happening. They're in the equivalent of the Oval Office in Kyiv. And they're hugging, tears in their eyes. And Sean is going to come back to the United States and raise awareness. And Zelensky is very obviously moved, and Sean goes to leave and goes, "Oh, one more thing," and then he's had a backpack with him through the whole movie, and he puts the backpack down and then zips it, reaches in and pulls out an Academy Award.
Oh, I think I remember hearing about that or seeing that a picture of it. Yeah,
and he hands it to Zelensky, and then I don't give a fuck whether it's I made him an offer he can't refuse, or frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn. The best line in the history of filmed content. He hands the Oscar to Zelensky and he says, "When this war is over, you'll bring this back to me in Malibu."
Nice.
And that's for sure the Mount Rushmore of insane dialogue.
He's going to teach Zelensky surfing. Change his life.
Spicoli, one of the great ones. Tell me about the new stand-up special. YouTube, right? Is it on YouTube at the moment, or is it coming on YouTube?
No, it's on YouTube. Yeah, right now. It was on my
officialdavidcross.com.
It was on there. It's probably still on there, but it now is for free on the 800-Pound Gorilla, which distributes and produces comedy specials. They're a YouTube site.
Where
that's right.
So when you're doing a new, how long do you work the material before you feel like, okay, I'm crushing it. Let's do this?
I always, and I mean literally always, 100% of the time, overestimate how long it's going to take me to get it together, because you start with nothing, and then
you overestimate, not underestimate. You overestimate how long.
I overestimate. I always think it's going to take 7-8 months to get ready to really to start, like, do a mini tour, but really it takes about, let's say, 12 shows to 12 sets to get to the point where phase 1 is over, and now I'm moving to phase 2, where I'm doing 2 half-hour sets with a guest in between, so I can go over my notes and stuff. And then, pretty soon you've got a hour to work on, and that hour always expands. And then it happens every single time where I've planned to go out in, such and such a time, and, months later, and I'm like, I'm good. I can go now. I'm ready.
Wow.
I'm ready to go now. And I'm getting to that part. I've been doing this thing that was actually my wife's idea, to usually I'm in a basement in a club in Brooklyn, right? There's these music venues, and I'll go down the street. I can walk or ride my bike to them, and I do these sets, uh, and then kind of expand to bigger places. And now I go out on the road because uh, it's easier to do my stuff, and I know it's going to go over fairly well, or the way it's intended, at least, in a basement in Brooklyn with, the cool kids. But
Right.
you got to take it out.
Do
They love it.
do you, when people heckle, and I'm not in any way implying that you have a propensity to be heckled. That's it. When people heckle, are you like, oh, yeah, let's go? Or are you
Oh
like,
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
these
yeah.
fucking guys?
I don't mind it at all. I mean, if it's like pointless and they're just drunk and yelling, and then
Yeah.
that's not fun. But I mean, it's like a tiny present, because I've been doing this material a bunch, and not that I'm bored with it, but I know it already. So it's this kind of moment of uniqueness to that particular show where I get to fuck with somebody. They've now given me permission to humiliate them in front of all these people. There's 2,000 people there, and now they all think you're an asshole, and it never works well for them, ever. It never works out for them. And sometimes there's a husband or a wife or somebody who's got to yank them out of there, like, shut up, and that ride home is going to be awful. And
Can you imagine?
but yeah, it's like a little gift.
Tell me about the Chinese massage place.
I'm not going to do that because that's in the special, and it's probably the longest story I've ever told. All 100% true. All 100% true. It was a very awkward. In New York, there's just that. They're ubiquitous. They're everywhere, especially in the East Village where I used to live. The Chinese massage places where you go in. There's like 3 steps down. It's like dark. It's not. There's no ambiance, and then these middle-aged Chinese ladies who don't know how to give a massage just beat the shit out of you. Just elbows and punch you and rub you, and it's one of those places. And one opened up down the street for me, and I was very excited about it. And because they're super cheap, there's like $50 for an hour, and they're great. I've been to. I talk about this too. I've been to those fancy spas that are 3 times as expensive, with a real, there's like a diploma on the wall or whatever, and you're like, and it's not as good a massage. It's just not. Right. And they know what they're doing, but the Chinese ladies, and they're like 50, and they just beat the shit out of you, and you walk out of there feeling good, and it's cheap, and it's so it's about an experience there. One of those.
My curiosity is extremely piqued. Oh, I know what we also have to talk about. And because I don't think we talked about this in the last thing, because I don't think you've done it yet. But I too, sir, have climbed Machu Picchu.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Let's talk about it. When did you go?
It would have been, I want to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm asking you.
Yeah, it was right. Let's see, it was post 9/11. And my friend Steve had not jumped off of a building yet. I'm just going through how I'm going to figure out when this actually happened.
Oh my goodness!
And so yeah, I want to say it was 4 years ago.
Oh wow! Okay. Yeah, I think we did it 2 summers ago. Bob Odenkirk and I climbed it.
So the Aztec Trail, right, or the Inca Trail, which is
the
Inca Trail is. Did you go from the beginning of the Inca Trail, or did you hike in because I did the version where you hike in like 8 hours.
You mean 8 hours away from Machu Picchu?
Yes.
Oh no, we did the whole trail. We did there's like a 4-day hike and a 5-day hike.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you did the whole trail.
Yeah, we did the 4-day version.
Amazing.
And yeah, we have a doc about it that's going to be premiering next week, a week from whatever, June 6th, whenever that is, at the Tribeca Film Festival.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be,
it's what I can only imagine. The two of you guys reminiscing, talking,
yeah.
doing your thing as you walk into Machu Picchu.
Yeah. It starts with a little bit of backstory about, getting together to do it or to talk, me asking Bob if he wanted to do it. And then we're, respectively him in LA, me in Brooklyn, packing, leaving our family, meeting up in Lima, and then going to Cusco to acclimate, which
Dude.
I fucking loved. I love that town.
That town was insane. Did you eat any? It's not a gerbil.
Guinea pig.
Guinea pig. Did you eat guinea pig? Good.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. It wasn't my thing, but the alpaca was great. I had a bunch of alpaca. That was really good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. By the way, can we just discuss the altitude in that city? It is.
Yeah.
They're not fucking around. How about when you check into the hotel and they give you oxygen?
Oh, I don't even know if that was an option. I'm sure it was. I'm just not remembering it. But Cusco, I really liked it. We were there for 3 days to acclimate. That's 11,000 feet up.
Yep.
And it's also got some, not as majestic as Machu Picchu, but it's got its own ruins and things you can hike. And I thought Cusco was great.
Yeah.
And then we went to Ollanta Tambo for one night. I think that's where everyone gathered to you go to Ollanta Tambo, which is tiny, and then you go take a bus or something to the entrance. There's a big sign. And one of the things that people think or assume is that you just sort of go, I want to go hike. And then you go and you hike. But like, man, you have to sign all this stuff. You have to have a guide. You don't just get to go. All right, I'll see you later.
It's not,
and it's an industry.
It's not Fryman Canyon. Or it's not, it's not,
right.
It's not that now.
And so, we had we got really lucky though. The weather was perfect. It's pretty cool how in 4 days you go through, I think, 12 of the 15 climates on planet Earth.
Isn't it insane? It's insane. Like you're in a jungle 1 second.
Yeah.
An actual jungle. And then you're in like an arid, like Siberian steppe.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And then the third, I guess you probably didn't get to do this, but the third, when you go through the 2 passes, Dead Woman's Pass and whatever the second one is, it's the hardest day, the day 3. And then you end at this place called the City Above the Clouds, or it's where it's one of the stopping camping sites where you set up your tents and everything. And it's literally above the clouds. And it's one of the coolest things you've ever seen. Looking down at there are peaks that are, quarter mile from you that's sticking out of the clouds. And then there's another huge mountain called Salcante. Whatever. And I don't know, some weird language for the name of their mountain. And then it's just beautiful. The sun is setting and the night sky is crazy. You can see the Milky Way, and that's one cool thing about little side note about the documentary is it's just breathtaking scenery. I mean, it's really beautiful, just gorgeous.
It's insane. And then the other thing people think is you're actually climbing down into Machu Picchu.
Yeah. It's all up and down. You're going. Right. It's a mountain range, and it's so it's not like ascending Everest and getting to the top. It's all up and down and up and down and up and down, and and then you get. So you didn't get to the Sun Gate? Did you get to the Sun Gate?
Yes.
Yeah. So those last 50 steps that are basically like a ladder are
Yes.
That is such a fuck you to people who have
That's right.
spent 4 fucking days trying to get there. They make the last bit of it the hardest fucking
It
thing.
is so. I had the same thing. Is like I went with an 80-year-old,
Oh, wow.
and everybody's like, he's a freak of nature, right?
Mm.
And we're like, oh, he's really doing great. He's really doing great. Then we got to the Sun Gate, and I was like, oh, we're fucked. We're so fucked.
Oh, you're pulling yourself up with your hands. I mean, you're like hands and knees, like crawling, by the time you get there. So
did you, and what I thought going all the way to Machu Picchu, it would be one of those things where you go, yeah, okay, I did it. And I'm really glad I did it. It was great. It was great. I don't need to do it again. It wasn't that at all for me. I fucking thought it was unbelievable and way worth all of the hassle.
Well, yeah, you did the pussy part. I mean, you did the easy way, of course. Why, 8 hours, that's nothing.
I should have done the whole thing. I would have done it. I would have, if they were down to clown this group, I would have fucking done it. I would have.
Yeah, I believe you. If an 80-year-old that'd be asking quite a bit. I mean, you're up at 14,000 feet above sea level at certain points, and it's no joke, man.
Do you think that this is what gave Bob the fucking heart attack? Did you ever think about that?
No, he had the heart attack prior. That's part of the.
Oh my God! So you're like, you know what? Let's finish him off.
Finish it off.
Let's finish him off. It will be amazing for the Mr. Show residuals will be now worth $1 billion.
Yeah. That's threaded through the documentary about.
Okay.
He did it in spite of, or perhaps because of the heart attack, and it was. And there's footage of him in the hospital and stuff like that. So yeah.
Jesus Christ, I can't wait to see it. Were there? Did you have any spiritual / supernatural / ancient alien / crazy shit?
I mean, I fucked a ghost, but I don't know if that
would be up there.
That was night 2, and a ghost appeared before me. And it was the ghost of the Virgin Mary. So I didn't even know they had ghosts. I didn't know the Catholics had. Anyway, yeah, it was I think that's what it was. I think that's what she said. What I think she said, because I don't speak. My Spanish is not great.
Look at my face.
I'm looking at it.
I mean, I want to believe that's.
You're jealous.
I want to believe that you're not doing a bit. I want to believe that you had that happen.
Well, I'm kind of exaggerating. I jerked off. So it's not like
okay. All right, that
makes
makes
a ghost, I guess.
I was going to say, because part of the you want to like look through the little dial where the solstice rises and and have some shit go down, kind of.
I did not have any spiritual kind of epiphany or anything like that, except for pretty consistently just a lot of like, oh man, this is amazing, this is beautiful, but I didn't have that moment of like, I should really recycle more or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I should really embrace AI. I didn't have anything like that.
I had a moment where I kept asking the guide like extremely leading questions, trying to
what's your favorite movie I've been in?
Sort of like
what kind of leading questions?
Yeah, the leading questions were like to get him to say nice things about me. So if you were to meet an actor from California, no, they were trying to get him to talk about crazy shit he might have seen.
Yeah, sure.
Like I'm with a group of people, and I don't want them to think I'm. Well, but they already know I'm insane. But you know what I mean. So I was like, so he'd be talking about Incas, the Aztecs, or whatever. So, who do you think actually built this? Like that kind of thing. Anyway, after about, I don't know, a couple of hours of this, he took me aside
Mhm.
and he was like, I want to show you something.
I want you to shut up, please.
Yeah, I want you to shut the fuck up about your fucking ancient astronaut shit. And no, but he took me to a stone that had a handprint in it.
Hmm.
And he says, I don't show everybody this. And he says, put your hand in there and then you're going to feel whatever the fuck energy it was. But like, it was interesting that he didn't show anybody, like people were walking past, you would never have known there was a handprint in it. You had to look up on top
So
of it.
what did he think it was?
He didn't say.
Hmm.
But he said it was special, but it literally was like, it looked like, if it was like Grauman's Chinese theater, except it was a stone.
Right.
And there was a handprint in it.
And there certainly wasn't cement back then.
It was not cement.
Anything like that.
No, it was not cement. And I've been looking through like Machu Picchu stuff going, where's that thing? And I mean, I'm sure that there's videos of it, but I've not found it yet. But
do you remember where on the trail it was?
No, it was in Machu Picchu proper.
Oh, in the like construction of the building or the
in the like the lower terrace area.
Right. Okay.
And then there's another higher up iteration of Machu Picchu, right? That's even higher. Did you go to that thing?
Well, that's where the Sun Gate is. The Sun Gate. Oh wait, I know what you're talking about. Up in the built into the mountain.
That's the one.
I didn't know. Can you? Can one access that?
I mean, I was told that you could.
God, how would you even do that? I mean,
I know that there was another hike, trail, expedition, even higher to.
Yeah, that's got to be the one, like kind of behind it in that mountain.
Right. Yes,
carved into it. Oh, wow,
that's the one.
That was very kind of Batman looking. You know.
Did you take the train home?
Yes, I did. Yes,
that train is. I have so many videos on my phone of that stupid train. It was so cool.
It looked great, but that was a very unpleasant ride. There's no comfort or shocks, or it's a very rattly, jarring ride. That especially if I was against the window and it was just clattering and banging. Yeah, but it was beautiful.
I'm psyched of all things. Do you have any plans to do? Where else would be on your Machu Picchu list? If you
well, Bob and I talked about this. I'm slowly but surely, ticking these boxes. And one thing that I want to do, and it's you ever read Bill Bryson? Bill Bryson?
I don't think I have.
He's an author, but he amongst other things, he's got a number of travel books, which are not guides, but him traveling and writing about it. And in one of his books, Neither Here Nor There, he goes to a place called Hammersfest, Norway, which is the northernmost town, small city in Norway in the Arctic Circle. And at the time of the writing, it had more bars per capita than any other place on the planet. And he went there for the Northern Lights, and which is a roll of the dice, still a crapshoot. You can hedge your bets and go when they're most likely to occur, but sometimes they don't occur. But I would like to do that. I'd like to, and the travel it's like, oh my gosh, it's, a plane to somewhere, then you take a train to somewhere, then you take a van, and then you take literally a sled with reindeer being pulled by reindeer, and then it's a really arduous to get up there. At least I'm going off the time of this writing, which was 90s, so I don't know if it's changed.
So 90s, that also would be before 9/11.
Yes,
also before my friend Steve jumped off the building.
Before 9/11.
Yes, I'm remembering now.
And I'd like to do that. And Bob wants to do that too. So we were thinking, if this thing is successful, maybe we'll do that. In the same way, we had a little skeleton crew with us. We had a producer who was a cameraman, another cameraman, sound guy.
That's
That was it. It was it. And
so fun.
it was great. It was really, really, really cool. And definitely had that feeling afterwards of this is great, but I would not do it again. And then 3 days later, I was like, yeah, I'd do it. I'd do it again.
Yeah, that feels about right.
You know,
that feels like you had the proper experience. And so that's that. Tell me again. That's coming out.
That is
June 6th.
June 6th at the Tribeca Film Festival is the first
screening.
Is the premiere screening, and then it screens 2, 3, 4 times again, and then we'll see if we can sell it.
Amazing. Good luck with that. I'm going to check out The End of the Beginning of the End, which is like the Churchill quote, right? It's like, it may not be the end, but it is the beginning. What's that crazy Churchill quote?
Yeah, it's not exactly that. It's but yeah, the Churchill quote is, which I only know because of the title of this special, and people have said, "Oh, is it like the Churchill quote?"
Okay.
And I hadn't heard it. But this is not the end, but
I can never say it, by the way. That's how brilliant the quote is.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's circuitous logic. Here it is. Now this is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning.
Yes.
So, it's so genius. By the way, I remember dialogue for a living. I cannot remember that quote. I cannot remember it. It's the beginning of the end. And it's not the end of the beginning, but it could be the end of the beginning. I can't do it, but it's so good.
It's crazy because I did this play last winter, and I had like 3-page monologues that I started in the summer memorizing, like long fucking passages. And then, and it took me a while. It took quite a while to learn. And then I go, to do like a movie or TV thing. I can't remember fucking 3 sentences in a row. It's crazy. It takes me fucking a day and a half to remember just this nothing dialogue.
It's different. Because it's going into a different place. You're loading your long-term memory for a play, and like literally, like you said, it's disposable. Tomorrow, you never have to say it again. It's hard.
Yeah. It's weird. It's psychologically a strange thing that I was able to do this one thing that is so hard, and then something so relatively simple. It was difficult.
The end of the beginning of the end. Is the new standard.
So it is not the end, but we were at the beginning of the end, and it's now the end of the beginning of the end. And that can be hopeful or pessimistic, depending on your point of view.
Sort of like life.
Right on.
Mr. Cross, we need to do this again every 6 years.
All right. Hit me up. If you're still alive, hit me up.
Well, and I'm expecting you to have gone to Norway. I'm trying to think of where else I'd like to see you go. I'd like to see you guys in the Amazon. Canoeing and shit.
I would do that. Yeah. I would do that.
I'd like that. You've seen An Idiot Abroad, right?
The Carl Pilkington.
Yeah, it's the greatest.
Yeah,
It's the greatest. If you guys haven't seen Ricky Gervais's An Idiot Abroad with Carl Pilkington, it's my favorite thing. When he goes to the Amazon, is the greatest thing on planet Earth. It's so good.
It is really hard to believe. Like, so this guy's 100% legit.
He's 100. I met him. He's legit.
Yeah.
I met him.
Yeah. No, I can tell. But you do have that. Sometimes you're like, what?
Yeah, he's a true idiot. I mean, I don't think I'm breaking news here.
He's so easily annoyed and so easily like put off or it's pretty funny. Yeah.
So I like your version though as well. I like Mr. Bob Odenkirk is a great one, as are you, my friend. Thank you. Enjoy Brooklyn. I'm sure it's a fine spring day there.
Beautiful day. Yeah.
Amazing.
Like mid-70s. Great.
Go out and break some new material, boss.
All right. And so I shall. And then I'll come back for after the next special when I'm doing that one.
I will be right here in the same chair.